Welcome everybody to downtown Bathurst and the start of a brand new Intercontinental GT Challenge season. 18 cars contest the season opener, 13 of which eligible for IGTC points, and we're going to take a look at them all right now here at the Town to Track Parade. First up, Porsche and Mercedes-AMG, and these two cars feature Bathurst winners aplenty, starting with Absolute Racing. They didn't win last year, but their trio of Matt Campbell, Ayenchen Guven and Alessio Picarillo, two of those did win here last year. Campbell and Guven, of course, with Mount EMA. Grello isn't here, but Absolute pick up the mantle for the Pro Porsche entry. Across the way, you're looking at 75 Express. Kenny Abel, Jules Gounon, Lucas Stoltz. Those guys won two in a row in 2022 and 23. Were denied the three-peat last year by Mount EMA, just 2.6 seconds away from a third victory. Jules, of course, would have been his fourth here at Bathurst. Moving on, and it's the familiar wall racing Lamborghini. Lamborghini are not an IGTC manufacturer this year, but this is a Bathurst favourite, been coming here for years and years. Grant Denyer amongst the driver lineup. Aston Martin as well, not an IGTC entrant, but it's worth just having a look at this very pretty Vantage, of course, with the iconic Gulf livery. That's actually the previous iteration of the Vantage, the current car, not in Australia, I believe, at the moment. On we go. Audi, a previous Bathurst winner, but again, not an IGTC entrant this year. However, Talbot, Feeney, Fella, those guys are going to go very well, could be featuring in the top six come the end of the race on Sunday. But great news for IGTC this year is the return of Ferrari as an official manufacturer entrant, and they've got one Pro car here this weekend as well as a Pro-Am. You're looking at the Pro car. It features some brilliant Australian talent in the form of Chaz Mostert, Will Brown, of course. They are supercars rivals. They finished first and third in the championship last year, as well as Ferrari factory ace Daniel Serra. That car is going to be at the front of the field for much of the 12-hour, I suspect. Our Rise Racing run that car, incidentally. They're a GT World Challenge Australia champion from last year. Another Mercedes in the shape of Grove Racing, Stephen Brenton and factory driver Fabian Schiller. They go in the bronze class, eligible for IGTC points. But then we come on to the first of two BMWs, and they are, of course, run by the crack WRT squad from Belgium. The first of them, no prizes for guessing who's in this one, with number 46 on the side. But Rossi teams up with former pole winner here, Raffaele Marciello, and reigning IGTC champion, Charles Weerts. Charles actually didn't finish this race last year, but did go on to win the Drivers' Championship, clinched that at Indianapolis in October. On to the heart of racing, Mercedes-AMG. This one's run by SPS this weekend. Won't probably be featuring for the overall victory, but certainly in class contention. That one goes in the bronze class, and it features, incidentally, an Aston Martin factory driver in the shape of Ross Gunn in a Mercedes. He races with Heart of Racing out in the States. On we go in the second of the Pro BMWs, and this one features a really interesting lineup in the shape of the Van der Linde brothers, Kelvin and Sheldon. They last raced together back in 2018, but have the opportunity to do so again after Kelvin switched across to become a BMW factory driver over the winter. They are joined by former IGTC champion Augusto Farfus this weekend. Sheldon, incidentally, set fastest race lap and fastest qualifying lap here last year in the M4. That's the final outing for the current M4 before it switches over to the Evo spec for the rest of 2025. A couple of Mercedes next up, and we'll take a look here at the Grupper M car, which caused a bit of a stir on social media this week. It features Maro Engel, Mick Grenier and Maxime Martin. Maxime moving over to Mercedes factory squad for the start of this year. And this is the Interrupted livery, as Mercedes are calling it. It's actually a TV test card, I guess. It's been taking its inspiration from, but it looks absolutely brilliant. I suspect it's going to look great on TV as well. Craft Bamboo, also regulars here, of course. Gertz, Auer and Ojeda. That one is stuffed full of factory talent. Another of the Mercs that should be near the front come the end of the race on Sunday. 7 Mercedes, incidentally, here this weekend. They've certainly got the strength in numbers, all of them eligible to score IGTC points, and this is the fourth of their 4 Pro entries, and it's got a distinctly Australian feel to it. Lowndes, Waters, Randall, obviously supercars talent aplenty in that one. Had a great run actually into the top 7, I think, last year. Really mixed it with the international cars. That one is run by Scott Taylor Motorsport. Second of the Porsches, this one's run by EMA, which was one half of the winning combination from last year. They also ran the winning Pro-Am entry, and this is another of those Pro-Am entries. It features Yasser Shaheen, who was the Pro-Am winner here last year, his brother Sam, new recruit Maurice Schuring, and factory driver for Porsche, Lauren Heinrich. We saw a lot of Lauren last year in IGTC. He is very quick indeed, but makes his Bathurst debut. Right, next up we have hallmark Audi, a bit of a stalwart here at Bathurst, Fiore, Holdsworth and Sini. And then the second of the Arise Racing Ferraris. This one runs in Pro-Am but does feature Ferrari factory driver Alessio Rivera along with Supercars star Jackson Evans. This team, as I think I mentioned earlier on, won the GT World Challenge Australia title last year, and of course this is the debut for the 296 GT3 here at the 12 hour. Another of the Audis next up. As we say, Audi aren't with us in IGTC this year, so we'll just move on and then on to the final of the GT3 entries here at the 12 hour. This year is the Super Barn car and features David Russell, Luke Yolden and the Condouris brothers. Right, that is it for your Bathurst and IGTC preview. A reminder that all of the sessions are live on SRO's GT World YouTube channel from Friday. That's all the practice sessions, then qualifying and the pole battle on Saturday, and of course all 12 hours on Sunday as well. There are some geo restrictions in Australia and New Zealand, but you can watch the race live locally. Just check your listings.